I am Asif, a product manager at SonicWall. Most cyber attacks today don't start with a malware. They start with something far simpler, a stolen or a weak password. And once attackers slip in, the damage is already done. Today, I'm excited to introduce Credential Auditor, which was released with SonicOS 7.3.1, which is a lightweight, built-in tool that strengthens your very first line of defense by exposing the reused, weak, and compromised credentials before the attackers can exploit them. With Credential Auditor, you get an immediate visibility into the password hygiene across your network, so you can instantly know which accounts pose threat. It delivers automated, built-in remediation that guides users to fix weak or compromised passwords. And it enforces stronger credential practices across the organization. And because it's lightweight, it requires no agent deployments and is fully integrated into SonicOS. It provides proactive defense without disrupting your existing operations. No add-ons, no agents, no complexity, no hidden costs, no skew, just continuous protection against number one cause of breaches. That is stolen credentials. Let's walk through the feature and see how it works. I have logged into my firewall, which I upgraded to 7.3.1. And to access the Credential Auditor feature, I'm going to go to Device, Settings, and to the last tab, which is Credential Auditor. By default, Credential Auditor is disabled. And then that's intentional because we want the administrators to choose how and when to use it based on their own operational policies. When the administrator is going to toggle on the feature and click on Accept, the firewall is going to reach out to the SonicWall UpToDate service and securely download a file which contains the hash values of known compromised passwords. And once downloaded, Credential Auditor immediately begins evaluating credentials without restricting the access. Instead, what it does is alerts the admin that a user's password matches a known compromised hash. And from there, the user decides what action to take. As an example, I'm going to go to the monitor, look at the system logs, and I have some users created. And all my users' password have found to have been on the compromised list. As an admin, I don't take any actions right now, but there are a number of actions which an admin can take based on whether these users are locally on the firewall or they're authenticated externally via LDAP or Radius. And the option for the local users is to block access, to block remote access, and allow certain access. Again, it depends on what exactly the admin wants to do with that user. Similarly, for the bind password, there's an option where the firewall will only alert the admin. Or there's an option where we will completely stop querying the LDAP server, we'll disable the LDAP server. The other option which I mentioned about was externally authenticated users. The admin can enable this option, and when a user tries to log in and is authenticated via LDAP or via Radius, during the time of login, the firewall is going to validate whether its password is on any of the downloaded lists. If it is one, going to alert the user. Second, it is going to completely block the user from accessing. Admin has this flexibility and control over how the system responds to these exposed or weak passwords. When an admin tries to set a new password, whether for a local user or for a bind account, Credential Auditor does a check for that as well. And by default, there's an option for setting new passwords, and by default, it is disabled. And now, when it is disabled, if I go ahead and create a user, I give a name to the user, Sam, and I give a password, which I know is on the compromised list, it's going to give me some alert. It's going to let me create the user, but it's going to give me alert, hey, you need to meet certain password complexities, and also your password is on a compromised list. Taking this a step forward, if the option is enabled, I enable it for local users, it's going to block me from creating a user with that list. And I'm going to try that again quickly. I'm going to create a user, David, and I'm going to give him a password which is on the list. And if I am going to try and save it, it's going to give me a block. saying, hey, creating David, the password is on a compromised list. We recommend choose a different one. And let me choose a different one. And I click on save, and I was able to create the user. You might have a question, hey, how does this work for SAML? For organizations using SAML, Credential Auditor does not perform any check because firewall never sees the user's actual password. So there's nothing to check for us there. Net, with Credential Auditor, you're not just blocking threats, you're closing the door on the biggest attack vector in cybersecurity. Stronger passwords provide stronger users, provide stronger security. And this is how you turn your firewall into a proactive defense engine. This is how you stop breaches before they start. And this is the power of Credential Auditor on 7.3.1.